John Mahama is promising to scrap the policy if voted for.
Yeah.
But CETAG has rejected his assurance of scrapping the policy.
Yeah.
I found that very interesting when that story came out first yesterday, because CETAG they produce teachers, you know, and so I would imagine that they would be interested, but they don't want it. I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, well, the campaign has started. The two major political parties have their presidential candidates or their candidates. So a lot of, heat is going to be generated. Things will be thrown out, responses will come out and all that.
Yeah.
See where this is going. It's beginning to look like the free SHS thing again that, now President Akufo-Addo, then candidate Akufo-Addo pushed. The initial thing was that nobody believed in it. But subsequently, in 2016, people bought into it, and then he was compelled to implement it. We are here again. The teachers' front, it's a it's a low-hanging, fruit. So occasionally throw something in there, and then let people haggle over it, and then pick it up. Now, I recall this is not the first time we're having a debate on this licensure thing. It came out sometime in 2020.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it had started much earlier.
Yes.
In 2015, thereabout or something.
Yes.
Well, I think it was the NDC that even.
No, it's the NDC policy. It's NDC actually which introduced the teacher licensure exams.
Okay. Yeah. But then it's what the NDC pushed back then. Is it what is being implemented now? Has there been any change, as it were?
Basically, I don't see any change.
Okay.
Basically, if I look at it.
Okay.
The bottom line is that every teacher that will be allowed the classroom should be licensed.
Okay.
Now, to prove that you are qualified to practice.
Okay. So, as I think about a year or so ago, when there was another hue and cry about this whole thing again.
Yeah, because some huge number failed,
exactly.
The licensure
and
exam.
it was because the claim was that these are people who are just been trained, they don't have any training in education. But then to go into the teaching profession, you are required to write, a certain exams. And that is the exams that a lot of them fail.
Yeah.
And so more like that was different from what the teacher trainees
actually take.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same exam, but it's like teacher training because they were trained as teachers.
Yeah.
They were passing more.
Okay.
So there are like graduate teachers.
Yeah.
Others also want to join the profession. Those trained by the universities and others.
Okay.
It's like the failure rate is higher among those who are.
Okay. So this is what then I see President Mahama pushing the bid that listen, if it's just it shouldn't be the people. Sorry, as in prospective teachers going to writing these exams, but rather
those on the field.
Those who don't have any training in education.
Who wants to come to the field.
So that is how I see this whole thing. And I've listened to, I've read this boy, is he a boy? I call him a boy. Sami Jemfi. Sami Jemfi saying that President Mahama talked about how they would want, the teachers spend a lot of hours, teacher trainees. They have gone through a bit of training. And so they don't have to write the exams again. The whole thing is not being explained properly as to whether or not it is just for the teacher trainees or just people who just want to enter.
The current policy is that before you enter into any classroom, you must have the license.
Okay.
But there are some already on the job, and they must also secure the license.
Okay.
So right now, because everybody must have it, even those who are already teaching are also required to have it. But it means that those who are now coming out of schools, you must have it before you can even go to the classroom.
See, about let's 8 years ago or thereabout, Nigeria tried a similar thing where they had all their teachers
mass failure.
Do you know that even primary university people who had gone through university were failing exams meant for primary school children.
Yes. Because the exams actually is not like theory.
Yeah.
It's like practicals. If you are teaching a kid, for instance, how do you go about this? These are things that they are taught in the training college, the teacher schools, how to handle situations like this. It's not like 1 + 1 is, no, the exam is not like that. It's about testing your proficiency in terms of practical ability
to teach.
So if you are not gone to that training, when they ask you those questions, it's difficult for you to apply knowledge. But somebody who has gone to the training that, they went through a course that says that if you are teaching children at this level, in this circumstance, you do this and that. They realize those people can respond better.
Before we take a break, I just wanted to just make this point that how are you going to license? Because you see, Clement Parks made a comment and said that Mahama is against licensure exams, not licensing. And I'm asking myself that how do you license somebody without examining them?
In fact, let me come in
What's
here.
the logic?
I think so. I was coming. There's a lot of confusion.
Maybe let me to repackage what they want
in
to
this
say.
whole thing.
As for the current, what is happening now is
give somebody a
clear.
license without an exam.
Exactly.
What is happening now is clear. Maybe NDC has a different idea, but maybe the way they are packaging it. So maybe they have to repackage it and simplify it.
All right. Okay.
Because see, in the nursing college, when you finish nursing, you write the school's exams. You pass that all right. Now you go and face the licensure exams. It is only when you pass the licensure exam before you are given a pin, before you are now a qualified nurse. So you may pass your school's exam all right, but then if you don't pass your licensure exam, you are not a qualified nurse. So that is the same thing that licensure exams is trying to do.
Engineers,
lawyers,
architects, lawyers, all of them.
You know, the point is, in fact, in the recent National Teachers Awards, they had a seminar before the awards itself. And the GTEC was saying that there are almost like 10,000 teachers who have already migrated to the UK. And in the past, when you actually go to the UK, because we were not doing licensure exams, you will be made to take another exam in the UK. And you must be licensed there before you can go to the classroom. But because they have now accepted our licensure exams, now all teachers who are going to UK with a licensure license don't write any exams anymore. Because they are seen as certified teachers, they go straight to the classroom to teach. So you see, there is a whole lot of benefit of a licensing. And we must understand that if you go to America today, say you are a lawyer from Ghana, they will ask for your professional license.
Of course.
If you say you are an architect, they will ask for your professional license. So Ghana is not like only country trying to license teachers. And some have cynically gone ahead that we should also license journalists.
Of course, my guests are Elvis Jacko of the Final Newspaper and Larry Alansdogwe of the Herald Newspaper. We're speaking just before we went on break about the teacher licensure exams. And we'll just wrap up on that conversation and then we'll delve further into MPP sackings. All right, let me just...
I think that going forward, if we want to produce the kind of human resources that the country is yearning for, then teachers will have to be licensed. It's a chicken and egg situation. Which one comes first? A good teacher training a good student who comes out, fully baked. You get it. And so we need some of these things. We also need the, the Ministry of Education to also be thinking, being proactive as to who and who we put in the classrooms. You understand? See, education has become a very, very, very lucrative industry, where you have everybody waking up or people even resigning from, other professions and then setting up schools to run. You got what I'm saying? And then out of that, they make whatever money. And they mostly don't go in for trained teachers or qualified teachers. So they just go and look for some SS lever. You be in the classroom, do something, write one-on-one. So, I mean, garbage in, garbage out. I think that this whole debate has to be properly situated, and then so that we can, at the end of the day, as a country, derive something, very, very good. Yeah.
Okay. We shouldn't be resisting every policy. I have read that in Finland, to even teach at kindergarten, you must hold a master's degree.
Wow.
Yes, in Finland. That's why they have the best educational system in the world. Yeah. Those who teach at kindergarten, you must have a master's degree.
Yeah.
And you must go through education to understand what teaching is. Even if you have a master's degree, you must still have a master in education.
Yeah.
Pedagogy. The kind of. So you see, they have understood that when the child gets it right, the child will go with it. Yeah. So they are putting their best at the kindergarten level. Yeah. In Ghana, you tell somebody that he should have a master's in education and come and teach him. They say you are disrespecting him or her. How can I have a master and say I should come and be teaching toddlers, kids? Because our orientation about what education is wrong. See, when I go to the site to the system that doesn't help me, then after I fail my GSS and then somebody is blaming me, I say you don't blame me. When you put me, I have to fail. But if you give me the best brains and they mold me, see, then I pick it up from the beginning. My brains will be open, I can think better, I can do things better. But we think that it is when we grow that we can think better. So when you are a kid, there is not much attention to what you are supposed to learn. And I think that I've always said, why can't we learn something like how Finland has done it? They give their best brains, so their best brains are in the classroom.
But you know, here it's the dropouts, people who couldn't make it to the university.
That has always been my problem. That's always been my problem.
They say those who don't have, but see, that's also not really true. See, yes.
But that's what we've done.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's also really, many go to training college simply because of the allowance. You know why? He has the best grades, but the parent can't afford to pay for tertiary education. So you go to training, work, come and take salary as a teacher before being able to go to school. So there are some people who have gone to teaching.
Okay, look, so there's that one too.
Yeah, my colleague at Ashasek is teaching at Pando Secondary School. When we say math, the guy is so brilliant. I ended up in teaching because the background from which some of us came from, to go to the university directly at that time,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. So there are some very good brains that go to teaching, not because their grades are not good. And see, all that perception, why would we say that those who grades are not that good should rather go to training college?
No, because she's just
that's what I'm saying. So we have a wrong perception clearly.
When your grades are good, you go to
university.
When it's not that good, you go to poly.
Let's make
if it's not
even apart from that, let's even make it make worse for you. No, the best one is saying you go to medical school. This they are not even going to university yet.
Not engineering.
You go to medical school.
Yeah, medical, not engineering.
Meanwhile, medicine doesn't require the best brain.
No.
And in advanced countries, not the best brains go to the medical school.
Because those who build the country are in the engineers. So the best brains go into the engineering sector.
You know what? Let's talk some politics.
This issue we are discussing is so important. We complain about it today. There is complaint by industry that there's a gap between what they expect and what the schools are producing. It's simply because of some of these mentalities. This kind of mentalities and ideas of thinking, that is why we are having that problem. Okay? But we shouldn't be having that problem. I have a friend who lives in Germany. He said when the child gets to class 6, every year, the child will be given a full day to go to one company of his or her choice. Stay there the whole day. Observe all the questions the child will be taken around the whole class 6. Class 6. He will ask questions, and somebody will be giving us a supervisor to observe what the child was doing ever since for the whole day. And we'll write a report and send it back to the school. And they'll put it on the child's file. So by the child, every year you do it from that to finish secondary school. And when you finish secondary school, they compile all the years and say, the child's interest is in this area. Okay? The interest is in this area. So this is where the child must go. So in Germany, the best brains, they are going to technical universities because they want them to come and build things. But here, what do we do? What do we do here?
But Elvis,
we don't go to technical school. You are not brilliant.
We were having this debate the other day, where even Tech, University of Science and Technology, is not into humanities.
All the humanities, that's what they teach.
Okay.
Ghana Telecom University. They do banking. Do you know they do banking now? They do journalism. They do marketing. All kinds of programs. Telecom investing.
Yeah.
And you think that the mere name of telecom investments that they are producing telecom products.
Oh, but they are also now really ramping up on that side as well.
Which side?
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Takwa, Mike, start training lawyers.
Of course, it's possible. It is possible.
Let's make
we are confused people. We do things like we are confused.
Let's make progress.